Good morning. It is currently 6:19 a.m. on Friday, February 13th, 2015. I'm Christiana Ellis, and I just got up. I thought today, this is 5 more minutes. I thought today what I would do is, in the same line as this general idea of creativity, accountability that I want to do now. Today, I thought I might actually do a reading from what I'm working on. So right now, this piece is from the beginning of one of this set of 5 overlapping novellas that were originally written as a novel with multiple POV characters. They would shift from chapter to chapter, but now what I'm experimenting with is just taking, all of each character's sections and just putting them all into one novella, and so each is its own story, but they interconnect. So I'm just going to read for just a couple minutes worth of the one that I've been working on right now. Sam Butler's biot twitched, sending a shiver of discomfort down his spine. He extinguished the welding torch and adjusted his harness. Though it was designed to accommodate the squishy mass between his shoulder blades, sometimes the straps could pinch and the creature would make its displeasure known. Shifting the rig didn't seem to do the trick this time, and he could feel the biot quivering against his back. Sam frowned. In the 15 years he had spent with the alien lump, he could not recall it ever behaving this way before. He leaned one shoulder against a girder and raised his face shield to mop his brow. The bright construction lights gave off a lot of heat, appreciated on cold nights, but after the scorcher of that afternoon, the lights made it almost as bad as the day shift. "Hey, Butler!" Sam shifted position and looked 5 stories down to his human supervisor, Freddie. "Did you hear the whistle? Get back to work. Seth Foreman wants us to finish this floor today." Sam flipped him the finger. It was a paltry act of defiance, especially when followed by sullen obedience. Some of the construction crew still found ways to take pride in their work, but Sam found it much easier to just keep his head down and follow instructions. Not much room for advancement in the alien slave labor industry, after all. This job wasn't as bad as some. A new textile manufactory would support the city. People would have new clothes thanks to his hard work. That's what all the propaganda meetings claimed anyway. Desire for personal gain was selfish and bad for the community. The younger guys were big into that stuff. Whatever, it was easier for them. All of this was normal. Sam was 40 years old, 5 years older than his supervisor. It was 20 years since the invasion and 15 since Sam had been a soldier. He knew how fucked up this was, because he could remember what it was like before. That idea got his anger flowing. He could feel his heart beating faster and his face flushing. The anger then swerved into fear. How long had it been since this had made him angry? How long since he had even thought about it? His biot continued to quiver. Something was happening, but he didn't dare stop working on nothing but a spooky feeling. The knot forming in his stomach was a party compared to being motivated by the foreman. So he lowered his face shield and returned to his work. He had nearly finished attaching the steel plate when his biot twitched again. He straightened up, then nearly lost his balance when it spasmed and slapped his back with its tail. He grabbed a cool part of the plate to steady himself. "What the hell?" he muttered. He tried to hold his back and shoulders still, but the biot shivered violently against his skin. Sam loosened the straps around his shoulders and was removing the rig when the biot lurched, pulling against the tender connection on his neck. Sam's knees buckled beneath him and he fell forward on the narrow girder. He flailed and then clung to the rough steel beneath him. One strap of his harness still looped around his right arm and nearly pulled him over the side. His stomach heaved at the prospect of losing his equipment, but he had little choice. "Heads up!" he shouted. "Look out below!" He jerked his shoulder and released half of his grip to let the rig slide away. The weight gone, he recovered his hold of the girder and then managed to stand. The biot spasmed again, weaker this time. Then, with a wet sucking sensation, its tongue slid out of his neck. His shirt shifted and pulled at his shoulders as the biot dropped, caught by his tucked-in shirt tail. And I think I'll go ahead and leave it there for this reading. So just to kind of wrap that up a little bit, this obviously is not the same tone as, say, Nina Kimberly the Merciless or Space Casey. This is a more serious, darker sci-fi story. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and I did spend another hour editing it yesterday. So coming up this weekend, Boscone! Woo! Mention. All right, so I will leave it here for now. I'm Christiana Ellis. You can find all my stuff at christianaellis.com, and I will see you tomorrow for 5 more minutes.